great part of our education at VTC is our time spent in clinical science, where we have the opportunity to work with standardized patients in a clinical setting. This gives us a chance to practice our clinical skills and gain confidence before starting clinical rotations in year 3. The OSCE process begins with students lining up in the hallway before entering into their assigned OSCE suite. We sign into the EMS system and see a snapshot of our patient before entering the exam room, where we wash our hands and begin the clinical encounter.
Is there anything in particular that you wanted done today?
No, just
We start all encounters with simple, open-ended questions to learn the patient's story. From there, we move into medical-related questions, giving us more information on the patient's medical history and why they might be coming in to see us. Finally, we conduct the necessary physical exam to complete the patient encounter. After exiting the OSCE suite, we document our examination and include our own assessment and plan, which can help inform a later diagnosis. The purpose of OSCE is to prepare us for clerkships, where we'll be able to see real patients. OSCE encounters allow us to have low-stress opportunities to interview patients, perform physical exams, and develop our clinical reasoning skills with the guidance and feedback from Carolian physicians.
I have loved the CS curriculum at VTC. Starting with block 1, I remember being so nervous just doing steps 1 through 3, which is literally just walking in the room and introducing yourself and washing your hands.
I think the cool thing about the curriculum is it's really thoughtful. You don't even realize how much you're learning until you really start to get in your clinical experiences itself. By the end of block 4 and into block 5, you're putting big pieces together and you're having a legit conversation with a patient about really vulnerable moments in their life.
I love the SPs at VTC. I feel like they are so encouraging and thoughtful and kind, but they're also so knowledgeable. And anytime that I mess something up and I'm embarrassed, they never make me feel like I should have known how to do something.
And they provide really great insight into what it's like to be a patient and how to make someone feel comfortable in a position where they're super vulnerable, and walking them through the process of physical exam and making them feel heard and listened to is incredibly satisfying. It really gives us a rare peek into the mind of what it's like to be a patient.
Years 1 and 2, the OSCEs were a pretty scary experience, but I think the fun part of medicine personally is the patient interaction. So the OSCE was a great opportunity to not only practice the clinical skills and interview skills, but also incorporate all that we learned from the different domains.
I think back to it almost every day that I'm on clinical rotations and just think about how much confidence it gave me. It really kind of is like the core of why we're here, is to learn how to talk to patients, how to go through an exam, how to be comfortable in a room with someone that you just walk into and have never met before.
It's very exciting. I think this is, again, something that I've worked for this moment, where we get to really be part of the team, and it's just such a good learning experience, and I think we're very fortunate to have this.
I remember the first time we went into the OSCE suites and we were lining up, and going into the room, I was like, wow, this is what the rest of my life is going to be like. It's kind of what inspires me throughout the preclinical years of knowing what I'm going to get to do every day, and it makes me really excited.
I'm starting to see myself as the doctor I want to be. Being able to envision who I am as a clinician and my future, it's just really rewarding.
When you're doing things that can help that patient and their family, it is a really cool feeling, and it kind of reminds you of why we were here in the first place.